Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to another episode of My Heart Had Wings. So before we jump in, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that like button afterwards if you like the video. Alright, let's jump in. He quickly answered. I'll contact you once I get my hands on it. Thanks, Anchan. No problem. Anchan raised one hand and turned to leave. Thanks to the fact that I was able to meet Anchan, I went back to my room in a good mood. I put my hand on the saddle of the bicycle in the corner of my room. I'm proud to have been able to stand on the podium in front of a buddy like Anchan. That looks like an expensive bike. Before I realized, Kotori was next to me. What are you doing here? I came in here with you, didn't you realize? I hadn't realized. Do you want something? Without answering my question, Kotori opened the drawer in the desk. In here! Maybe not. How about in here? It looked like she's searching for something. Not here. That's strange. I was sure that you'd have it. There was nothing that I didn't want her to see, so I was unfazed when I questioned her. What are you doing? Looking for something. You can see that, can't you? I know, but shouldn't you at least get the consent of the owner of the room? What about you? Give it back now. I know you've got it. Got what? It's... Apparently, she was looking for the withdrawal notice that I had picked up before. I don't know what you're looking for, but I don't think it's in here. You definitely sound suspicious. There's no mistaking it. I know you have it. Did you say something? No. Seems like her search has come to a stop. Try to make sure that when I move my legs, I'm not kicking my cat on accident. However, Kotori isn't leaving the room and continues looking around the room. This is the first time I've been in a boy's room. It's pretty tidy, isn't it? I expected there to be trash everywhere. I don't have many things. Thanks to that, moving house was easy. Kotori was staring straight at the bike, which gave off a unique presence in my room. What happened to your leg? I panicked at being asked so frankly. It's no big deal. Looks like she was listening to my conversation with Anchan. I just had a bit of an injury, but look, it's fine now. I lightly swing my leg to show her. Is the injury the reason why you changed school? It's fine, really. Why do you ask? No reason, I just felt like it. There's no need for you to worry about it. Who said I was worried about you? I'm not worried, not even a tiny bit. See you later. That was a waste of time. Kotori makes a straight face and goes back to her room. You're going again? Or you're going again tomorrow, aren't you? To the garage, at lunch. I'm not going, is what I felt like she was going to say. I am going, she answered and panicked as she left my room. Looks like I should make 3 lunch boxes this time. Aw, that was kind of cute, actually. She's so soon. Today didn't go well either. Today's breakfast was another dismal failure. All of the boarders showed their faces in the dining hall for breakfast, but the only one who finished her meal was Kanako. There must have been something wrong with it. All I have to do is make meals and clean. What a piece of cake! Is what I thought when I accepted the job as dorm mother, but my confidence is gradually fading. What are you brooding over, you traitor? What do you want? Masatsugu, joining me on the way to school, went out of his way to come and sling verbal abuse. A few things happened at the dormitory. Dealing with girls could be tough. In that case, you should talk to me. That's because I have a girlfriend. Yeah, isn't she a freshman at Seisen Girls' School? Seisen's Girls' High School is a school for rich girls and is famous even in this neighborhood. The uniform has a reputation for being cute, so fans come from far and wide just to take a look. Her name is Eri-chan. Do you want to see a photo? He looks like he's about to show me, so I go along with it. Whoa, seriously? She's cute! Isn't she? We're in a band together. Eri-chan's on vocals and bass, and I'm on guitar. Mabo, you can play guitar? I practiced like crazy for Eri-chan. Now I can play as fast as Youngwei. Da 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 da, he goes as he shows off some great air guitar. Anyway, who the hell is Youngwei? Hey, at your old school, you were riding bikes, weren't you? Yeah, I was. What about it? So you're not doing it anymore? We even don't have a cycling racing club at our school, though. Yeah, I don't do it anymore. Masatsugu's face seemed to say, it's got nothing to do with me, though. Didn't you get on the podium at some huge race meet? Did you hear that from Anchan? Anchan told Ageha and Hotaru that they should go with him and cheer for you at the next race. Well, he told me to. That made me go a bit red. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I want to go so that I can see you lose miserably. I wasn't planning on going so that I could cheer for you or anything. Yeah, I get it. Don't get so flustered. Ageha felt bad about it, that she couldn't see you at your best. You knew about that, didn't you? No, I didn't know. I never thought that I would make it to the podium. Even if I knew, it was too far away for me to say, come and watch me. Even so, you still didn't contact us. Same goes for both of us. Besides, I sent you a New Year card every year, didn't I? You mean the pre-printed ones they sell at the convenience store? You did the same thing. Anyway, your New Year cards usually arrived at the end of January. You should just be thankful that I send you one back, you... Oh, I found the odd couple! Hi, Ageha. Morning! What's up, Mabo? Masatsugu was sneakily hiding in my shadow. It's nothing. Don't get too friendly with me, or Eri-chan might get angry. Okay. She's such a cute girlfriend, isn't she? Jokingly, Ageha deliberately keeps her distance from Masatsugu as she walks. Masatsugu comes up beside me and gives me a little poke in the ribs. That thing we were talking about just now, don't say anything to Ageha, okay? What thing? About the fact that she wanted to go and watch your race. Okay, got it. Is it the sort of thing that needs to be kept a secret? Oh, why are two guys like you getting so clingy? Well, what do you mean? Who'd want to get near that guy? Ew, gross, you don't have to actually spit. You're getting along so well, I'm so jealous. Shut up, Ageha. Yeah, don't say weird things like that. Lunchtime. Today I didn't eat my lunchbox early. As I basked in this tiny sense of achievement and got my lunchbox out, Kotori had already disappeared from the classroom. As she looked out into the hallway, she was moving back and forth as if she were saying, should I go forward? No, maybe I should go back. Are you waiting for me? Ah! Letting out a cry, not really befitting a pretty little girl, Kotori fanned herself with her left hand as if to calm herself down. Don't scare me like that. Sorry, I only wanted to speak to you, that's all. You're going, aren't you? To the garage? Yes, I am. It's not like I'm waiting for you, though. Okay, shall we go? I push her wheelchair on the way. Huh? Hey! Don't just start pushing me! Here, hold this, would you? I pass my bag to her. Hey, don't treat me like baggage storage! Looks like nobody's here. The garage was open, but there was no one there. For some reason, it felt like Amane was usually here, so it was a little surprising. The air conditioning is not turned on, so it's quite humid. What should we do? Why are you asking me? Kotori subconsciously put her head on her hand on her stomach. Shall we have our lunch in here? I made one for you too, Kotori. Well, I mean, leftovers from breakfast. Kotori didn't come to have breakfast or any breakfast this morning, so she shouldn't have any way of knowing what food was served. Is this part of your job as dorm mother? No, I'm just meddling. 1, 2, 3. I put the lunch boxes on the workbench. I went to the trouble of making one for Amane too, though. The air conditioner isn't turned on in the garage, so if I just leave it here, it'll go bad. There's a refrigerator, so I decided to put it in there. If I leave a note on the desk, she'll realize and then eat it, won't she? Could you turn on the electric fan? Kotori turns on the nearby electric fan. What about the air conditioner? I can't find the remote control. It's probably buried somewhere. We open up the lunch boxes in the place that gets the full force of wind from the electric fan. What's this? Curry? This morning's breakfast was curry. You don't like it? Do people usually put curry in their lunch boxes? I mean, people can. I've seen some people do. You can complain after you've eaten it. Kotori has a meek look on her face as she moves the cold curry towards her mouth. It's tasty even though it's cold. It would be good if we had a microwave though. For a little while, the two of us quietly eat our curry. Today, there is no sheet covering the glider. I gazed at the simple, sleek shape of its body and thought it was beautiful. I imagined the aircraft cutting through the air as it flew. When riding a bicycle, your greatest enemy is the wind. Kotori's face seemed to say, "What is this guy talking about all of a sudden?" But I carry on regardless. The worst thing is when you have a headwind. While it is consistently pushing you back, you have to keep pedaling. I face the wind coming through the electric fan, set to strong, and I remember that feeling a little. The feeling of the wind gradually draining my stamina. That's why when we ride a bicycle, we try to find ways to reduce air resistance. Not just the shape of the bike or the helmet. During the race, we cooperate with the members of other teams and form a group while riding. Though that was I thought that when riding a bike. Sorry, something got caught in my throat. It would be better if the wind didn't blow. But this thing rides the wind to fly. Even though it doesn't have a jet engine or a propeller. If we hadn't actually seen it flying that day, even with the real thing right in front of us, we wouldn't be able to imagine it flying. Speaking of which, Kotori, how do you know about gliders? She didn't really know that much about them. That was the first time she had seen a real one. I don't really. I just read about them in a book, or read about them in a book. Somehow, it seems like it's hard for her to answer, so I decide not to go any further. Speaking of books, there's a bookshelf here lined with many books. Looking closely, they are all related to gliders or aircraft. I pick one up and take a look inside. It's all in English. I can't read it. It's not like my grades in English are bad, but with the level of English I have from studying at school, reading academic papers is really tough. It seems like Kotori is the same. That book has a lot of photos. There was a book that had many photos of gliders, like a catalog. There are so many different types. The shape of the wings, the size, and so on. Even with gliders, there are so many different varieties. Look at this! What's happening in this picture? It's flying over a mountain. It looked so natural that I didn't really notice, but the glider was flying high enough that it could look down on the mountain. They could fly that high? Kotori and I, without realizing, both look at the glider sitting over there. With its wings removed, we couldn't really grasp the full size of it, but at a glance, it didn't seem all that different to the glider in the photo. Amane had said that it could go above the clouds. I wonder what it feels like to fly through the sky. It probably feels amazing! To fly on the rising air currents would be just like being a bird, wouldn't it? After we finished our lunch boxes, we stayed for a little longer. We spent the time looking at books and admiring the glider. Hi, Shane! I choked on your fur! You shed so much! When the bell rang, it felt like the time to enjoy ourselves was over, and I felt a little sad. What's this? Just as we were about to go back to the classroom, Kotori noticed a photo frame on Amane's desk. I wonder what this is. The weird thing was that there was a photo frame, but no photo inside. An empty photo frame had been placed there. In her case, she probably managed to lose just the photo inside. What's up? Huh? No, it's nothing. Let's go. It's hot in here. I can't stand it. The moment we stepped out of the sauna-like garage, the air outside felt cool. Whew. I'm worn out. It's easy to say clean the bathroom, but I never thought it would be such a big job. Plus, there's no air conditioning in there, so I'm sweltering. The trouble is, if I don't do this every day during the summertime, then mold will start growing. It's not just about hygiene, it's kinda gross too. There's no way you could take a bath when there's mold growing in there. My cell phone rang. On the display, it showed home. Hello? Hello, Aoi? It's me. What's up? Nothing, really. I was just wondering how you're doing. How is it? Is it going smoothly? I can't say it's going smoothly. I didn't think much of it when I accepted it, but it turned out to be pretty tough. Yeah, of course. There's no such thing as an easy job. Going to school every day and doing the work of a dorm mother is wearing me out. I realized this after only a few days. This is a lot of hard work. But now that's better for you, isn't it? Why? You could do it without dredging up old memories. Well, if that's what you think, don't talk about it. Or do you miss your mama? A mother like you? She's the kind of mother who loves teasing her son. But, did she get me to do this dorm mother job because she was worried about me? I'm so busy that I don't have time to dwell on things. Speaking in the hallway, the other boarders may have been able to hear me, so I went back to my room. We continue our silly parent-child conversation. My mother is a fiercely independent person and a hard-working career woman. Many things have been happening until recently. Well, they're still going on now, and we were living separately. I'm a bit too old to be missing my mother, though. You're never too old to miss your mother, especially if you have a really good, relationship with her. Don't even listen to this dude. It's enough for me to just speak to her from time to time. How's school? It's going fine. Ageha is there, too. Ageha-chan. She's gotten so pretty, hasn't she? Recently, I saw her for the first time in a while, and I was so surprised. Me too. She looks like a proper girl now. She won't be able to think about her like that for much longer. Ageha-chan will get even more pretty from now on, won't she? She's outgoing and considerate, and she'll be very popular with the boys, no doubt about it. Geez, cut it out. What are you talking about? Now, you have such a sharp tongue. You remind me of someone. Yeah, you. Would a mother usually tell her son to go chasing after girls? Okay then, good luck. If you have any trouble, call me. Sure. Also, if you're finding it tough to do all of the housework, you can ask the boarders to help you. The rent in that place is super cheap, so they should help with things like that. I'll think about it. Okay, good night, Aoi-chan. She called me that on purpose because she knows I don't like it, and then ended the call. My father is the one who chose to call me Aoi, but it's kind of a girl's name, so I was often teased about it, and it seems she still remembers. I put down my phone and take a look at the boarding students' roster. As for the boarders' jobs, cleaning their own room is a given. And then there's cleaning the hallways and entrance, as well as the dining hall. On the other hand, my jobs were to prepare breakfast and dinner, clean up afterwards, clean the bathroom and the garden, and other miscellaneous chores. It is actually pretty tough. Maybe I should ask for some help. Even if I could just get them to clean the bathroom. Oh! Hey, you! What was that for? What was that for? Don't you at me? What was that for? my baby kitty. He's not really a baby, but I call him baby. He was under my chair, and I think he must have been trying to play with something, and he clawed the back of my leg on accident. Oh, my baby. Okay. Even if I could just get them to clean the bathroom, that would be a real lifesaver. Huh? Yuka? Yes? Yuka, who is in the dining hall, the tall 4th grader, and the one who'd been here the longest, seems surprised as I call out to her. What is it, Aoi? Can I ask you a question? I lay out the roster that I was just looking at on the table where Yuka is sitting. Yuka, who should be used to seeing this, looks at it with curiosity. Kotori doesn't have her name on the job roster. Starting with Kanako, then Yuka, there are 4 names, but Kotori's name is not there. Huh? Yes, but she... Yuka looks towards the dining hall door as she speaks. She's disabled. I see, so that's why. Thank you. It's okay. I mean, honestly, people saying that about her and saying oh, she can't do this, she can't do that because she's disabled probably makes her feel worse. The scorching sun comes shining in. Up on the roof with nothing to block the sunlight, it feels even more like I'm being burned. Today is hot as hell, I grumble as I wipe the sweat from my brow. It's already 7 o'clock. It's just before the peak of summer, and the sun is finally shining at full strength. Today is Saturday, so there's no school. Now is my chance to get some of the dorm mother work done. This morning I've climbed up on the roof, and I'm fixing leaks. This building is in pretty bad condition. I heard that the owner who collapsed a few days ago, and who was also the caretaker here, is an elderly woman. Because it was a girls' dormitory with no guys around, there were quite a few places that had been left damaged. The place is so old that I can't help wondering if originally it was aimed to be registered as a cultural heritage site. The owner, who was a widow, opened the manor house as a student dormitory before I was born, which means that when we were calling this place the Witch's Mansion, students from Keifu Academy were already living here. Since then, the owner had been taking care of the boarding students like they were her own children or grandchildren. However, since the redevelopment plans were brought forward, land prices in Kazegaura have been rising. The owner's sons were hoping to let go of this place, and that's one of the reasons why I was brought to take on the dorm mother's job in such a hurry. It might be hard to avoid getting involved in those kinds of adult matters, so I will just quietly get on with the work that I have to do. Alright, that should do it. Finishing the repairs on the roof, I climbed down the ladder. Okay, next is... Hat, who was pecking at the soil, had come closer to where I was going to put my feet as I climbed down. This is kind of besides the point, but ducks eat weeds and bugs, so it seems that if I just leave him to it, he will maintain the garden. However, he will also peck at the flowers and so on too, so the person doing the gardening needs to watch out for that. What's up, Hat? Where's your buddy? I have no idea what he's saying, but he definitely looks bored. Sorry, but I've got work to do. When I get back, I'll give you a bath. The door to Kotori's room was closed. I couldn't hear any sound, and there were no signs that she was awake. Still asleep, huh, sleepyhead? Hey, Kotori! Wake up, Alul! Hey, Miss Alul! Shut up! What do you want? I'm going to do some shopping. Do you want to come with me? Huh? Is that the reason why you disturbed my peaceful sleep? Her face seemed to say, if this was America and I sued you, you would lose. What? Well, I guess that is actually a thing that other cultures, believe America is. You're oversleeping. It's a nice sunny day, so let's go outside. Why do I have to do your why do I have to do your shopping with you? It's shopping for the dormitory. You eat too, don't you? I'll get ready, so hold on a minute. Hi there! Hey! Seeing Ageha give a great big wave, Kotori makes an annoyed face. Hi, Ageha! Sup, boy? Morning, Kotori! Morning. Hey, why is she here? You said we were going out to do shopping for the dormitory. It's fine, there's something I need help with. I had planned from the beginning to meet up with Ageha. That's because I want her as a special advisor for today's work. Right, let's go. Let's go, let's go! Ugh. We arrived at the underground street of the shopping mall. There are many stylish shops in the shopping arcade, and there is also a large supermarket. I push Kotori along in her wheelchair and go around buying the food with Ageha. What do we need? First, you need chicken thighs, then red peppers, green peppers, onions. Kotori looks like she still doesn't agree with the fact that Ageha is with us. She looks at me like she's trying to put a curse on me. I got Ageha to think of a menu for me for tonight's dinner. Seems that the things that I make aren't the kind of things that girls like. So, why do I need to come with you? Because you can carry the bags? Kotori is doing a good job of carrying the green supermarket basket. Ageha and I keep slinging more and more ingredients into the basket. Paprika powder, whole tomatoes, cured ham, and then there's... Oh, don't sling them in like that. I'll get some mineral water. Oh, it's so heavy. Hey, can I buy some potato chips? No. Oh, Pokemon chips. I remember these. You're so stingy. I'll pay for them later. So put them in the basket, will ya? She slings them in. Warning, death potato. Also, we'll soon be out of rice. Let's buy some while we're here. Oh god. Oh no. With all of the ingredients for all of the borders, before we knew it, the basket that Kotori was carrying was full. Don't treat me like a shopping cart! As she complained, Kotori was very careful not to let the contents of the basket fall out. Don't drop anything! Damn it! Is there anything you want, Kotori? Ice cream? today's shopping is being paid for with the operating costs of the dormitory, so we can't really buy things we don't need. Having said that, she is helping me out. You could get Body-Kun. What? I want something of a higher quality than that. The work I put in and the reward I get aren't balanced. Have it your way. I decide to treat her to strawberry Hargendart with my own money. Is this one okay? Yes, that's okay. We finish at the cash register. The food cost about 50% more than usual, but tonight is a special occasion. Oh, geez, I forgot to buy ground meat. Huh? But we don't need it. It's for tomorrow. It's a pain to have to keep going to buy food all the time, you know. I leave them behind and go back to the store. I search for the meat in the ground meat section. If I can, I want to get one with the discount sticker, as I thought there aren't any at this time. The cost for the boarder's food is paid on a monthly basis. The dormitory is run as kind of a hobby by the owner, so it's just a rough estimate, but there is an upper limit established as part of the rent agreement. The dormitory's meals follow the creed of as cheap as possible, as tasty as possible. I look at the packs of beef that are lined up on the shelf. 2,980 yen for 100 grams. This is a supermarket that celebrity women come to, so sometimes the prices for ingredients are pretty steep. It's okay once in a while, so I'd like everyone to eat this kind of meat, I murmured to myself. Is this one okay, I wonder? A girl reaches across from the side and slings the luxury marbled 2,980 yen for 100 grams meat into her basket. Will this be enough? We are having beef curry after all. The girl who took the pack showed signs of hesitation, but continued to sling more and more of the luxury marbled meat into the basket. In the end, she took everything that was on the shelf. That'll do it, all right. Are you going to use the luxury marbled beef in a curry? Not only that, it's thinly sliced. Huh? I was supposed to have said that on the inside, but because of the shock, I came right out and said it aloud. I mean, if you're making curry, they have meat for curry over here, see? But when you eat curry, you don't see such big pieces of meat, do you? Well, when you stew meat this size, it becomes more tender and much smaller. If you use that kind of thin meat, the fat will melt away and you won't have a trace of it left. Huh? In her basket was about 1 kilogram of marbled meat to be used in sukiyaki. Are you going to stew all of that in a curry? What a waste of good meat. As I stare at the basket, she looks at me in disbelief. I'm so sorry. She seemed embarrassed as she said that and moved over to the fresh fish section. Did I scare her off? There's also seafood curry, so maybe I should buy some fish too, she said as I watched from a distance her throwing sea bream, with the head and tail still on, into the basket, while I reached for a pack of the cheap pork and beef ground meat. Hi, honey. Yum! It's delicious! Kotori, you like strawberry, do you? I like cookies and cream. Oh, really? Is that tasty? Of course. Say no. I haven't said anything yet. Yum yum. 1 spoonful, just 1 spoonful. No, there's only 1 spoon. It's okay, we're both girls. No means no. Don't be so stingy. All right, just 1 spoonful. Yay! Thanks, Kotori. Oh, my Hargendarch. It's delicious. What are you doing? I finished paying and had come back, and Kotori was letting Ageha eat her ice cream. I felt like I'd see something I wasn't supposed to see. It's not what it looks like, she said that she really wanted to eat it, so I just let her have one spoonful. I see. Well, it's nice that you're getting along. No, it's not like that. Strawberry is nice too. Hey, can I have another spoonful? No, that's all. There won't be any left for me. Blushing as she spoke, Kotori continued to wolf down the Haagen-Dazs. Okay, let's go. Here, take this bag. Huh? Hey, this is heavy. I'll help too, to say thank you for the ice cream. I push Kotori's wheelchair and we leave the shopping mall. Hey, how do you cut this? Pass that to me, I'll show you how it's done. Her face seemed to say, I get annoyed when people get on their high horse, as she obediently passed me the knife. In a way that Kotori could see easily, I cut the vegetables. Like this. How about this green pepper? Wouldn't it be best to cut it in half down the middle? Okay, I'll try that. We had come back to the dormitory and had begun cooking in the dining hall. I got Kotori, who couldn't reach the stove, to cut the vegetables. I'm cooking while Ageha helps and tells me how to do it. Hey, this is pretty easy. See? You just cut the vegetables and stew them with the chicken thighs, said Ageha, who had brought the recipe. Basque-style chicken stew. I couldn't guess what kind of food it would be from just the name, but it is really easy to make. First, you grill the chicken thighs, then fry them with the cut vegetables, and after that, add a can of tomato and broth and leave it to stew. It's a stew that doesn't need to be done precisely. That's the main dish. Next, we prepare the salad and the soup. Even as Hat walks around her feet, quacking, Kotori doesn't seem to notice as she is quietly immersed in what she's doing. She's really concentrating. Surprisingly, she's the enthusiastic type, isn't she? Despite complaining at first, once she gets started, she becomes very serious. It's quite hard to cut them evenly. Well, it doesn't need to be exact. If there's variety in the thickness, it gives a difference in texture. Cut them unevenly? Got it. She said as she thought about this and that, and started intentionally cutting the vegetables unevenly. I guess that's what people look like when they get serious. Ageha, how does the soup taste to you? The flavor is a little too mild. I'll add salt and pepper. And so the preparations for dinner continued smoothly. Wow, it looks so tasty! One after another, the boarders came into the dining hall, and seeing the food on the table, and how different it was to usual, they were surprised at first. There's a general idea of meal times for the boarders. I usually make meals at the same time, and the time that everyone comes to the dining hall is not really set. It's okay if you come late, and it's okay if you don't eat. That's why we often eat at different times. This is the first time since I came here that we've all gathered at the same place or at the same time like this. Today was the only time that I had told them in advance. Okay, everyone, please take your seat. You too, Ageha. Excuse me. Today's dinner looks amazing. Hey, can we start eating? I'm starving. Go ahead, enjoy your meal. The boarders, looking at each other, cautiously move the food towards their mouths. It's delicious. It really is delicious. I could hear the words delicious coming from the boarders. What is? It's true, it's really tasty. Basque style's chicken stew. I was the one that had made it, but I didn't know how it would taste, and I imagined that it wouldn't be very good. It was different to the Western or Chinese food that I usually make. in that I normally don't use spices that makes it easy to understand the flavor. The meat stewed in the tomato soup is tender and was surprisingly refreshing. Most importantly, the flavor of the meat had really been drawn out, so I had no complaints at all about the taste. It's the kind of thing you would eat on a hot summer's day when you don't have much of an appetite. This is great! Please, have some salad too! The salad served in a big bowl was divided between everyone. There were cucumbers, tomatoes, and lettuce, and also avocado and mozzarella cheese. Even though it was just an elaborate salad, again, the reaction was, "This salad is delicious. It's kind of fancy." Ryoko, who is in the 2nd grade like me, and also Sanai, the 3rd year with the trademark glasses, both seem to really like it. That was produced by me, Ageha-chan! Everyone made a face that kind of showed they knew that. The truth is that today's meal was made under the advice of Miss Himeji here. So, that's why Ageha's here. I thought I'd get him to make food that I like for me. By the way, it seems that Ageha and Ryoko were friends from before. The thing is, it seems the food that I made didn't really go down too well with everyone. Apart from Kanako, all of the boarders looked away for a moment awkwardly. It's not that it didn't taste good. Yes, the portions were very big. Yeah. That's why, if there's something you want to say, please talk to me about it, okay? It's a little scary, but I thought I'd try to talk to them about it. How should I put this? It's all the same color. Yes, I know what you mean! That's exactly it, Yuka! But today's food is colorful. It sure is. There's red, green, yellow, and white, and many other colors and looks vivid and colorful. The food I usually make is ginger pork, brown, fried rice, brown, curry, yellow, yakisoba, brown, Neapolitan pasta, red, and so on. But it's all basically comprised of a single color. Ollie's food is hearty and I quite like it. Yes, but not that it doesn't taste good. Or it's not that it doesn't taste good, but you see, recently it's been really hot and we don't have much of an appetite. We get tired of it halfway through. Everyone's really kind, aren't they? They really care about my feelings. Just because of that, I was unnecessarily worried. For a guy like me who went to a sports-focused boys' school and lived together with his dad in a kind of a bachelor pad, that was always enough. I never even thought about the color of food. Somehow it seems that in a girls' dormitory that kind of thing is important. But this is really delicious. Can I have seconds? Everyone seems satisfied. It feels like this is the most they've opened up to me so far. If I'm going to say it, now's my chance. Can I just say something? I stand up and get everyone's attention. Please listen as you eat. This is about the boarders' chores. Would it be alright to increase them a little? I'm a student too, so it's pretty tough for me. For example, if I could just get you guys to clean the bathroom, that would really be a big help. Everyone looked at each other as if they were trying to figure out what the others were thinking. To be honest, no one's going to be happy about increasing their chores. But, okay, I understand. As Yuka, the oldest, responded, the others nodded in agreement. It must be tough for Aoi. You could tell that just by looking. The truth is, I was kind of worried about it. He even fixed the leaky roof. In return, I will try harder than ever to make good food for you. We can eat this kind of delicious food every day. Sounds good, doesn't it, Ryoko? I might live here too. Is that all we have to do? That and one other thing. This is what I really wanted to say. I think that we should get Kotori to do some things too. Kotori, who was sitting at the end of the table, the furthest away from everyone, who looked uncomfortable while she ate, was surprised to hear her name called. Everyone looked round at Kotori. But Kotori is... She has a walking disability, but she can use her hands. There are things that she could do. Like today's dinner, she helped us with that. Yeah, only because you guys made me do it. That had a big impact on everyone, who until just now had been eating the food and saying how delicious it was. They looked at her like they were impressed, but Kotori seemed kind of embarrassed. Thanks to Kotori helping us, we were able to get the dinner preparations done easily. If that's the case, then maybe we can add another chore. And that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, hit that like button down below. And don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!